Hello and welcome back to Call Centre Helper's coverage of Sabio Disrupt. I'm here with Teresa Restucci from British Airways, who has just come off stage from doing a session. So how's the day going for you? How was the panel discussion?
Yeah, really interesting. Day's going really well. I think it's got a good mix of people from different industries, and Stu's piece this morning about the future of AI was brilliant. Took a lot away from that.
Mm-hmm. Of course, when you were on stage, you were talking about your job, where every day sounds like it can throw some real curveballs, particularly with what happened at Heathrow and the shutdown. So to give everyone a bit of a flavour of that talk who wasn't here, what happened that day when you turned up to work?
Yeah, well, it was a little bit before I turned up to work, actually. I wasn't actually on call. We offer an on-call roster, which I am part of. It was about 2 a.m. and I was lying in bed and I can hear my phone buzzing. And I was like, it's either, someone sending me lots of photos at 2 a.m., someone traveling around the world, or something's going wrong at work. And I looked at my phone and saw what happened. And I was like, right, up I get. This is the start of my day today. And of course, at that point, we're not actually flying anywhere. We've got some departures that are inbound coming, but actually our Heathrow main operation is still closed, which was to our favour, because what it meant is we could put a lot of mitigations, notifications out to customers before they even turned up on our main doorstep. We dealt with customers who were already on the way. Either they got diverted or it was turned around again. So there was customers to deal with who were at our overseas stations. But luckily we were able to prevent customers actually getting to the airport in the first place. That's when things start to get a little bit more difficult, if we've got lots of people stuck in a terminal somewhere and we need a solution for them. So that was all good. From the contact centres side, what we do at that point, we start putting all our resilience measures in. So any resource we have available, we put on the phones. We do a lot of flipping of resource. So customer relations colleagues who tend to deal with that side, we get those who are trained on the phones to deal with disruption. Quality colleagues, anyone like that, straight on the phones. Team leaders, specialist agents on the phones taking calls. We worked with Sabio, this is part of what I was speaking about as the example, to build intents into our conversational AI tool, which related to either the fire, Heathrow closure. So it directed those customers coming through to a web form that sort of said, well, here's all the information you need to know. What time do I need to turn up? Do I turn up? Is my flight flying today? So we could preserve kind of our core agent mix to deal with people who were really already disrupted in the moment, customers who hadn't flown yet. We could rebook them in the background, but it's people who were in the moment live disrupted that we really needed to get through on the phones. And if you look at what we were able to do that day, just with those additional small intents that we put in a couple of hours, we'd serviced an additional 600 customers, which we just wouldn't have been able to do had we not put through those additional intents over and above our BAU ones that we have any other day. So yeah, as it went, it was a really, really challenging day, but it's probably one of the best scenarios we've actually had to date. So yeah, really good response.
And you're still smiling, which is really good.
I'm here to tell the story. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to just deep dive on that a bit more with me today.
Yeah, no worries.
A lot of people saw that in the news, a lot of people were affected, and to understand a bit more about what happened behind the scenes and how you rose to the challenges is such a great story. So congratulations.
No, thank you very much.
And thanks so much for talking to me today.